Hi everybody, this is Juhi again, Jawahar Alvi. I'm a BCBA and a special educator. The topic that I have for you over here is draw a story problem. So, all right, now a little bit that I want to talk about over here is that when we are doing therapy with the kids, after that, we're supposed to start putting our kids into, like, this is what best practices are, that we want to put our kids into the mainstream setting. So once our kids, they start going into the mainstream setting, we are looking at the core curriculum standards, right? So the core curriculum standards are the standards that are aligned with the state standards or the American standards, and they are for kindergarten, for first graders, and this is what kids should be able to do at a certain grade level. And as per that, if we have kids with special needs, autism, or other developmental disabilities, or with intellectual disability, we're supposed to modify the goals for them, and we're supposed to provide them with those accommodations so that the kids are able to perform at the grade level. So one of the for kindergarten and first grade, if you go towards the comprehension goals or the language goals, the goals are that the child is going to be able to expand on a sentence or on a story. So this is something that's going to go along with those goals of comprehension and language acquisition skills. So I just bought this again. I got it. It was a visual from the Teachers Pay Teacher store, and then it's a game that you can work with the kids. And how you can work with the kids is that you're going to have a story problem mat, story problem operation card, story problem number cards, story problem setting or character cards, story problem recording sheet. And to complete this activity, students should shuffle, place the operation number and setting cards face down on corresponding section of the story problem mat. Students should take turns drawing one card from each section of the story problem mat. They should then use the cards that they drew to write a story problem that includes the operation and number within the setting that they drew. Students can write their problems on the story problem recording sheet. So this is the note for the teacher or for the parents if you guys are doing it at home. And the preparation for this is everything you need for students is included in this product. Before students complete this activity independently, they should have multiple opportunities to solve and write story problems using different operations. To ensure the durability of the story problem mat and cards, you may want to print the pages on cardstock. So I just printed it out on a piece of like the regular paper, but you should do it on cardstock or cardboard paper. And then you can also laminate them. And then to make the card front and back, place a small piece of double-sided tape in front of the card. You can create a class story problem book by combining student story, or if you're doing it at home, you can do it with a sibling. So these are the preparation tips over here. Now this is the story problem map, and the story problem map has a number, an operation, and a setting in there. And this right here are the operation cards. So it's the plus, the addition, the subtraction, and it is the multiplication, and it is the division. So these are the operation cards, and then along with that, so this is going to be the operation card back, right? So when you have this is going to be the back of the operation card. This is the operation card back. And these are the number cards. They go all the way up. Okay, so these are the number cards. And this right here is going to be the the blank cards. And this is number cards back. And then this is going to be the setting cards. So the setting cards has a mall, a golf, a fishing pond, a football game, then there is a go-kart track, then there is a canoe, there's a mermaid's lagoon, there's a pirate ship, there is a campsite, farm and beach, and this is the back of the setting cards. So now what you have to do over here is, this is the page where they're supposed to draw a story problem. So what they're going to do is that first of all, you're going to have to cut all these cards and you're going to have to place them in a deck, and then you're going to have to put the deck in front, and then one kid is going to pick up the operation card, and then the other one is going to pick up the number card, and then the teacher is and then one person is going to pick up the setting card. So then you're going to talk about in this story that how what happened in the story and how are you going to do it. Shuffle and place the operation, number and setting cards face down on the corresponding section of the story problem mat. Students should take turns drawing one card from each section of the story problem mat. They should then use the cards that they drew to write a story problem that includes the operation and number within the setting that they drew. Students can write their problem on the story problem recording sheet. So basically they're just going to say, okay, this is the story and this is the problem. So what is the operation? The operation was, for example, plus minus. So you could write operation is a plus, the number could be 4, and the setting could be maybe the beach, right? So you're going to draw a picture of that okay, let's look at it and go to the setting cards. And what you can say is that, for example, you're going to a canoe trip. So in a canoe trip, if you have like a operation of a plus, and then you have a setting card which is of a canoe trip, and then you have the number which is a plus minus. So you put that, and then off that you're going to write the problem that happened in the story, that there were for example 2 canoes and there were like so many missing. So that's how, per the operation, you're going to define it. So for example, what you can do is that, for example, if you picked up an operation card, so this is plus, right? And then the number that you have picked up is for example 12. Okay, 12. So it's a plus and it's a 12, and then the setting that you have picked up is the pirate ship, right? So in this, how you're going to make the story is going to be that on the operation card, on this, in the story problem, map setting, what you're going to put is the operation was the plus, the number was 12, and the setting was the pirate ship. So in this, you're going to be like, okay, so it's a pirate ship. So what makes 12? So it's going to be, you can put that, okay, in the story you are going to put that there were 6 pirates on one side of the pirate ship, and there were 6 pirates on the other side of the pirate ship, and 6 plus 6 is equal to 12 pirates in the pirate ship. So now you're combining the mathematic concepts and you're combining the language concepts, and you have built a story that is based around language and one of the addition operations. So this is how you build a story, and the story can be built. So here you go, you can place the cards over here, and then the story is going to be, you can draw the story over here and you can write it if you want to. So the kids that can write, they can write. The kids who cannot write, they can just draw. So for those kids who are just early learners, they can just do like a very simple kind of a math equation. And the kids who are a little bit higher, they can do like a higher kind of a math equation. But the whole purpose is to draw conclusion from the operation, And after that, they are putting it on the story problem mat, and then they are drawing it onto this page. So this is a little complexer skill, but it can be played as a game. You can also manipulate it around in a way that you can do other activities with it. You can be creative, like you can ask the child to label the items in the picture. You can also make the child count items according to the number cards. So you can do different things with this activity, but the whole purpose is to see the operation and to see the number and then the picture, and then to come up with a story that encompasses all three of these things into one story. So I hope that this made sense for you guys, and I hope that you guys are doing okay. So best of luck to everybody, and stay safe and stay healthy.